Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. I have a very strong suspicion that the resiliency of XRP holders is really gonna pay off. Look at this headline from Forbes. BlackRock insider primes crypto for a huge $17.7 trillion Wall Street earthquake that could be about to hit the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. Now, look, we've been talking about this for some time on this channel, but certainly also in the broader world of crypto, this idea of a spot Bitcoin ETF coming, but it's never been more real than at any point in time in history than it is right now. BlackRock has jumped in, and let me tell you this at the outset of this video. There's a former BlackRock executive who says, yep, BlackRock, they're going to get their spot Bitcoin ETF, and it's going to be in a matter of months. So whatever the short-term price action will be in the coming months, and hopefully it's positive, that's more fun. But even if it's down, I'm telling you, when this thing gets approved, which as far as I'm concerned is a virtual inevitability, yeah, off to the races, my friend. This is a fun one. And I'll tell you this too. You know, so they're talking about Bitcoin, ETH, and XRP in the headline. Cool, fair enough. But you know, XRP actually will be the greatest beneficiary of this happening. And I know that it's a spot Bitcoin ETF, not a spot XRP ETF. But XRP will be the ultimate beneficiary, the biggest beneficiary, and I'll explain why. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And I came across this article thanks to attorney Jeremy Hogan. He shared it and he wrote, slow, slow, quick. It's the crypto foxtrot. And that is typically how it happens. It seems like it's slow, and then, again, like I said, off to the races. But it's also true that that's how things unfold if you just consider what a technology bell curve looks like anyway. There's the innovators, there's the early adopters, and so on and so forth. But you do hit this clip where it's just an exponential increase in terms of adoption, and I do think that this will be one of those moments in time. And then he quoted part of the article, which reads as follows. Now, a former BlackRock managing director has predicted it's only a matter of months until the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission approves a long-awaited Bitcoin spot ETF, giving funds that manage $17.7 trillion worth of assets the green light. So let's jump into this bad boy. Bitcoin and other major cryptocurrencies, including Ethereum and XRP, have been rocked by the Federal Reserve this year, creating what could become a Bitcoin price nightmare. The Bitcoin price, up almost 70% so far this year, helped by BlackRock, the world's largest fund manager that looks after around $10 trillion worth of assets, driving a surge of Wall Street Bitcoin and crypto interest. Now, a former BlackRock managing director has predicted it's only a matter of months until the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission approves a long-awaited Bitcoin spot ETF, giving funds that manage $17.7 trillion worth of assets the green light. Yeah, so just pause to note this. I've noted that, it's just my personal opinion, we will see approval of a spot Bitcoin ETF no later than March of 2024. And it's already October. So you're talking about, roughly half a year. I mean, well, less than half a year, actually, because, yeah, we're at the beginning of October. And so, by the way, the reason for that is, if you look at the applications, pretty much all of them that are out there, although the SEC has been even recently engaging in these delay tactics, including with BlackRock, they can only push these applications, BlackRock's included, out as far as March, because there's a total of, I think the number is 241 days. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the max number of days that they can delay. It's somewhere around there anyway. And after that, it's either you approve it or it's dead. That's it. And given the fact that it's BlackRock, with how connected BlackRock is, the world's largest firm of its kind, $10 trillion in assets under management. And the fact that they filed for 576 ETFs and gotten approved by the SEC for 575 of them, so only one didn't go through. Yeah, they got a pretty good record. They only do it if they know what the result's going to be. They know what the result's going to be here. They're going to get approved. That's why they're doing this. So moving forward, here's another quote. Check this out. The SEC will probably approve all spot Bitcoin ETF applications at the same time. I don't think they want to give anybody first mover advantage, former BlackRock managing director Stephen Schoenfield said this week at a London conference. It was reported by Decrypt. Yeah, so I'll pause to note here. My prediction, just for fun, has been that I think BlackRock's going to be the first firm to get approved for a spot Bitcoin ETF. And I've said many times, my second guess, if that's not accurate, is that multiple firms will get approved all at the same time. So this guy, and perhaps he's more in the know, even if he's a former executive there. He seems to think it's more likely that a bunch are going to get approved all at once. And so that's fine. If it's my number two that ends up becoming reality, so be it. I'm just going to be thrilled when it actually happens. I'll be celebrating either way, even if I'm off in this, even if it's a completely different single firm. But maybe he's right, and it is going to be a bunch of firms all at once. But it's coming here, folks. The writing's on the wall. Judges have been pushing back against the SEC. I mean, you saw what happened in the Grayscale case, right? We've been talking about that ad nauseum in the world of crypto. Not just me here on this channel. Everybody's been talking about this. The SEC just had a stunning defeat versus Grayscale, which has been pushing to convert their Grayscale Bitcoin Trust to a spot Bitcoin ETF. And just to be clear, the reason this is of crucial importance is because a spot Bitcoin ETF will be backed by actual Bitcoin, and it will be available for purchase on the New York Stock Exchange, major exchanges. I mean, you're talking about just opening the floodgates. And so I do think you'll get an initial bump once the amazing news breaks. But the implications over a longer period of time, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, that's actually far more important. We'll be excited. It will be most exciting when that news breaks. And you will see the move up to some degree. Maybe there'll be a retracement to whatever degree back down. But that's why I'm saying the greatest implication is going to come over a long period of time. Because you'll have that many more people over a span of 5, 10, 15, 20 years having easy access to Bitcoin in the crypto asset class that they otherwise wouldn't have had. Yeah, that compounds over time. That many more people over decades. Yes, that's going to be huge. And so the reason that I was saying at the outset of the video that XRP is going to be the greatest beneficiary of a spot Bitcoin ETF is because whatever multiplier Bitcoin gets, there's already so much money in Bitcoin. To get Bitcoin to double, triple, quadruple, so on and so forth, it takes so much money flowing in. And in that type of activity will happen. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I hold Bitcoin. I have for almost 6 years. I'm pro Bitcoin. I'm just not that excited about it, just because I think most of the incredible life-changing wealth that's going to come for people out of Bitcoin, it's already happened. But with XRP, there's still a ton ahead in that realm. So for XRP, like the whole market's going to get the entire asset class when he's going to flow through and cycle through Bitcoin into large cap coins like ETH and XRP. But still, XRP is going to substantially outpace ETH, I believe. There's far less money in XRP, and XRP has legal clarity now. To me, it just seems like a no-brainer. It seems obvious that by the time the euphoria of the next cycle comes and then goes, we'll look back and we'll see, yeah, of course XRP outperformed Bitcoin in terms of the multiplier effect. Of course XRP outperformed ETH. It just seems obvious at this point. It's just been artificially suppressed for over 2.5 years. Yeah. So even though it's a spot Bitcoin ETF and not a spot XRP ETF, so what? I don't give a damn. That's going to bring tons of money into the entire space, not just Bitcoin. Piece continues though. Schoenfield gave the SEC 3 to 6 months until it approves a Bitcoin spot ETF. Last month, $1.5 trillion manager Franklin Templeton filed with the SEC for a Bitcoin spot ETF, joining a flurry of applications that was kicked off by the world's largest asset manager BlackRock in June and includes Wall Street giants Fidelity, Invesco Galaxy, WisdomTree. Schoenfield pointed to a recent decision by the SEC to delay until early next year at the latest decisions on a handful of prominent Bitcoin spot ETF applications as accelerating the process. Instead of completely rejecting the whole list, they've asked for comments, which is a marginal but significant improvement in the dialogue, Schoenfield said. Meanwhile, the SEC has been instructed by U.S. lawmakers to re-examine crypto asset manager Grayscale's application to convert its flagship Bitcoin trust into a fully fledged Bitcoin spot ETF. The SEC is most likely going to have to allow the Grayscale Bitcoin trust to be converted into an ETF, Schoenfield said. The Bitcoin price and wider crypto market have, however, lost ground since surging higher in the aftermath of BlackRock's landmark Bitcoin spot ETF filing. The entire crypto market appears to be holding its breath while it waits for the US SEC to begin approving Bitcoin spot ETFs, Swarm Markets co-founder Timo Lay said in emailed comments. But in the meantime, it would appear asset managers are already beginning to adapt their offerings depending on what happens next in the market. There is evidently an increasing move from smaller providers such as Valkyrie and Van Eck to diversify out of Bitcoin and into Ethereum. This will give them an added selling point once the big institutional players are unleashed onto the Bitcoin ETF market. And that was the quote. Yeah, well, fair enough. But you just wait till they find out about XRP. As I'm telling you, like, a lot of these big players are going to want to diversify, obviously. And when you're talking about the only large cap coin that has legal clarity, why would they not? And you can see the adoption curve, in terms of number of developers. My God, the activity is just increasing. Of course, they're going to want a piece. They're going to break off a piece of that. Give me some of that sweet, sweet XRP. They're going to say it just like that too, because these are financial professionals. Like, ooh, girl, break me off a piece of that sweet, sweet XRP. That's how they're going to talk, just like that. Very professional. So there's a lot to look forward to in the coming months. And I'll tell you this, I would be absolutely shocked if we don't have an approval by March of 2024, less than half a year from now. And so that's why I keep saying, even if, and it's an if, we have negative price action in the coming months, so what? Because the floodgates are going to open and things are going to go completely bananas. Have fun, my fellow XRP holders, because we're going to serve every little bit of that when it comes. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.